Hi guys, welcome to our video. In this video, we will discuss about basic programming with C++ language. The first thing you need to know is what library is most used in C++ language. And now I will tell you what library is used in C++. Here we go. The first library we use is iostream. In the iostream, we can use like cout, cin, endls, and ends. This time we can use in our programming. Second one is conio.h. It's used to display our comments. In this conio.h, there is gets, crrs, cr, go to xy, where x, and where y. And the third, we can use studio.h. Which one we can use? Printf, scanf, and gets. Second one you should know about C++ basic programming is data type. My friends will tell you about data type. Here we go.
Video. Today I will explain what is data type exists in the programming language. Of the many programming language, there is a programming language called C++. When you make a project that is related to programming, you definitely need that type of data. Then what is data type? Okay, here I will explain what is data type. Data types are interrelated with variables. Variables declared must be declared by determining the data type that is suitable for the program created. For example, to store number variables, we use in data type. In general, data type are grouped into two. Number one is primitive data types. That is the basic data types available directly in a programming language. For example, int, float, char, boolean. Integer. This data type is often used for data in the form of integers. Keyword used for integer data type is int. Floating point. This data type is often used for decimal values. Keyword used for floating point data type is float. Next is character. This data type is often used to store data in the form of one-digit letter and number characters. Keyword used for character data type is char. Next, boolean. This data type is often used for branching program that specify a condition to be true or false, whereas the default boolean type data value is false. Keyword used for boolean data type is bool. Number two is non-primitive or composite data types. Namely, the data types formed from two or more primitive data. The data type is also defined by those who make the programmer. For example, a string. String. This data type is a form of char data types that are often used to store data in the form of text, number, or symbols. In C++, data types can be used with type modifier. The modifier type itself is meant to update the meaning of predetermined that types and extend it to a much larger set. Data type modifier available in C++ are sign, not sign, short, and long.
Okay, here I will guide you how to install dev++. Okay, first of all, we can open Google and then we can say download dev++, dev C++. Like that. There's so many links. You can select file hippo, for example, and then you can click on this download latest version, the green one, the green button. No, thanks. Just click this. Then your program will be downloading. Just keep it away. On the download there is. Okay, I already have download on this. So we can go through this. Just click on this icon, on this name, and then click yes. The game will be unpacking data. Click OK. I agree. All of this. Next. And then if you want to change the destination installation folder of the dev C++, you can browse in this. The example, the default is C program files dev C++. The space required will be 346 megabytes. Just click install on it. Just wait it. Okay, that's it. If you want to run dev C++ app now, you can click on this and check this out. If you do not want to run it now, you can unclick this. For example, I will click this and then click finish. The dev C++ will be automatically started. In this first time configuration, you can see the language in here. I searched for Indonesian and there is no language of Indonesia, so I will use English language. Next. Oh yes, there is the fonts of this editor. You can see on the left side there is the preview of the ID editor if you have already first time configuration. There is so much example of the font. I will choose Consolas. Where is Consolas? Consolas. Here's Consolas. And then the color is just the theme. You can see on the left side. I personally I really like the theme of Matrix or Obsidian. I really like. And then this icon now look. There is three option of the icon. Now look, gnome and blue. Gnome like this, blue like this, and now look like this. I prefer new look. And then you can click next. You can click OK. And then here we go. We get to the dev C++. That's all.
I will tell you how to use dev C++. First, open dev C++ application, then create a new project, file, new, project. A new dialog open up like this. Here we can specify the project name. Make sure to select empty project and also to check C++ project button. Once the entire information is provided, we can click OK. and the IDA will ask for the path where the project is to be saved. When this is done, a workspace will open with the project explorer on the left hand side to show the project we just created. Now we can add or import the code files into the project. When we have all the code ready for the project, we will now compile and build the project. We can see the compilation status in compile log tab in workspace. If there any error, they will appear in compiler tab. Once the project is compiled successfully, we need to run it. Click execute and run. The console windows that give us the output.
Right now, I'm going to show you how to make program to calculate the area of rectangle using C++. So make sure that you install dev C++ on your computer. Okay, then you have to click on new file. So right now we will to declare the library that we're gonna use in the program. So we type include iostream. So this inside a bracket means the name of library that we're gonna use in the program. So in this program we use iostream because iostream is the library that we need to handle input and output, and then using space std. So I'm gonna explain it later. In main is the core code on your program. So when your program runs, it will execute the code inside the main section first. Okay, so in this main section we will include code to calculate the area of rectangle. First we declare integer and put the value 5. For example, I'm using value 5. Then I make variable again with type of integer with the name of width. And I put value 4. Then code. This common code is using when we want to print character or text to the screen. So this code it means string. This code it means string, and this is just text that we want to print on the screen on the program. Okay, and this is its variable that we declare here, and the value is 5, so it will print the total of rectangle with length 5, and this is the same thing. Oh, I'm sorry. With also variable that we use here, and we put the value of 4 in width. So right here we use a formula to calculate the total area of rectangle, and the formula is length multiplied by width. So we will execute this. Just click on this button, and we will name it rectangle, whatever you want. Okay, so the result is the program print the text to screen. The total of rectangle with length 5 is variable that we use. The name of variable is length, and width is variable that we use, and the value is 4, and 20 is the result of multiplying 5 and 4. So we finish to make program to calculate rectangle.
Okay, this I will explain about data type. So, I remember in my group already explained about what is data type and how is important it is. In C++, if you don't like define data type, okay, you will receive a error like A is not defined in the scope. So we define this, but we don't receive. We can pass it, like you can pass it because you don't define its data type. In other programming language, other but not all, you can define this, you cannot define this. So that's what's important of data type. And in this, if you like what I say, like implement this, like call this, okay, so like this, you will receive an output like this. This is in, or you call a number. There is a 24 255 row 25 225 at 255 rank of in can what can I say, like define 255 in can define. Okay, so if you use string, like string is like a word, a bunch of word. It's like a char data type, but you combine it into a word, and not just a word, but like a paragraph. So if you s is string, I give an example of s is at a. In instance, if I want to use s, and it's, how can I say, like combined with word a, and I compile it, I call s now. First is s, a, and e. Receive for a again, so it's combined to word into a paragraph. But if you do this in a string, like example like this, it will combine, but it will not output what is one is, because one is a different data type, like different data type from string. But there's an exception, be for instance like char and string. It can, because char is what string is. Char is word is how can I say like yeah, like something who can store words, and string is a lot of words. You combine it into a paragraph. So if you want to receive string or what, like that data like float is like decimal type, you have to convert it first. Now I already take this stem as string stream. This is a extension how you how you use this for convert this data type to other data type like string. I give you instance, so stem. First I delete this. Okay, so in what we already have in a string stream. String stream is, you can use this like this. So I will define about this first. This is called like to greater. No, it's not greater, but like, how can I say this? Before. No, not greater, but like more little than. So this is have a meaning in C++. So it's mean you store data A to a time. Store, it's mean store. Okay, in this time, it's data time. This is not a data type. This is a, how can I say, like a function you have in this. This is something you must declare before you start programming. See how at this requirement. So first you must do this, like you must store this data into a temp first, and then you must include it in here. It is for store, is for receive. I store a data to temp, and then is translated into like it's translated into a type data you want. Is distributed. So if I do this to S, and now we like to see what S is now. S is because I delete A. Now S is null or like I say empty. So if we do this now, we'll reset one is from in data to string. Okay, if you're not confident enough, for instance, now I like add S to like what A. Now I okay. Now like I call it not SS but this S. Okay, so if I do this, now it's have a data A, word A, because there's a same type. So I can receive in here. Okay, so that's all I can do.